Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So, we got that Kingdom Hearts. We had to get it, boy. Um, but yeah, with this week's episode of Black Clover, very self-contained, very simple to the point episode, and that's just because mainly the show has already kind of figured out, you know, what's probably the next arc, and for this whole festival thing, it's more of the whole period of Asta needing to rest a lot more than he has been, in my opinion. And this is like two episodes back to back, not to mention we could be looking at more, so keep that in mind. Um, Not to mention that whatever we're getting sometimes with this show, it still feels like they're trying to progress something at the same time, like they're not fully just trying to be like, hey, we only got this type, of story base. They're always trying to seemingly push something even further than the norm. So that's pretty cool to see in the overall scheme of things. This game looks so fire. But when we get to like these moments in the story, I didn't mean to do that. This guy, dang it. Um, we get to just understand like whenever the show takes a break, it takes a hard break. Like this whole overall like part was just like kind of funny like as a whole. Like it wasn't trying to take itself too seriously, so you can just tell when stuff like that happens. So I'm not mad at that or anything, but at the same time, when you have stuff like this and the show seemingly knowing that it's taking a break and that it's having fun with the break and stuff like that, it's cool to just see the overall narrative that they can kind of like skim over, because there's some stuff that I kind of want to know about. Hey, a Mickey Mouse thing. There's some things that I want to know about, with like certain characters, and like for instance, why aren't we seeing anything with Yuno again? Like Yuno ain't doing nothing in this whole festival arc. Like he's just like a dead character, and they kind of just bring him back when they remember. Is this a way? I really don't want to do that. Whatever. Let's get it. But with all that being said, there's so much, in my opinion, that we have to learn about Black Clover as a whole, and with these characters and how they've built up these weird relationships, for instance, the one that we see in this week's episode, it's pretty clear that they've been doing this for a while. They're over there. I mean, maybe I guess they haven't been, or maybe they have because they're over there every time one says something to the other. It's like, oh yeah, whatever you just said, mine was like triple that or quadruple. Like you never beat me. So it's really funny in that aspect of the story just being um, overall portrayed as not they're not trying to be too serious, in my opinion. So I thought that was a cool aspect of it all. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing right now. I think I had the puzzle finished already. Um, but yeah, I truly want to see where this all kind of like ends up, and when it does end up the way it's going to end up, I feel like we're about to get into something pretty special thanks to how dope the guy with the red hair looks in the end song. Like that man just looks super fresh. Like I want to make him in. I want to try to make that character in Soul Calibur. Like he just looks that cool to me, in my opinion, anyways. But to think that someone like him is coming, and then there's the whole entire little sequence of like people straight up fighting certain Clover Kingdom members, and there's also members that we don't even like know about. So it seemingly is going to continuously get better and better. This show has always been kind of slow in a lot of people's opinion, and I can understand the slow aspects of it. It's just there's sometimes when you need a show to kind of go slow, like how it is right now, for instance. I just feel like with this being the way it is, this week's episode, like 2 episodes, it feels a lot more. I don't know. It feels a lot more surreal, a lot more realistic in the sense of he shouldn't just continuously run into issue after issue after issue. He should, try to take breaks, because he's a kid that was just a farm kid. Now he's living this big life in a kingdom, and he hasn't really had any time to, like, absorb it in because he's been just fighting and going on missions all the time. So, not to mention, the Wizard King has given them a lot of stars, like, or it seems like a lot, but once you see that they're still like doing terrible, you're like, oh, so they're not getting a lot of stars. Like, what the heck are you guys doing? um, with all that being said, though, guys, we're in for a treat. I feel like this next couple of arcs, I haven't seen like an end song be so favoring towards like a next part of the show, like how it is in this in Black Clover, in a long time. And I think it was back when I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho was the biggest one. This when they kind of teased Sensui to me, this character that I never heard of. Plus, he was human. I thought he was like a demon, or all these different things started coming up in my mind because I just saw that song, the end song, or it's like an opener. But regardless, it helped me believe that there was a good future villain, or at least like arc coming, even though everything seemingly was stopping or slowing down. Not saying that Black Clover is even close to being done or stopping as of right now, but we're at like a good amount of episodes. So if we've known any companies that do anime, we know that some of them can really do these long haul episodes just back and back and back and bam, and some really can't. And they announce breaks as soon as they feel the need to. So I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we see a decent break for Black Clover. These guys have been going pretty ham when it comes down to overall just getting us content. So let these guys be, because holy crap. Oh, air step, that's sick. Because man, they put out a lot of content so far, so really interested to see just what's next. What are we going to see next, guys? And not to mention how far does this go? Like, how long until they kind of just say, hey, we're stopping Black Clover for a bit, and we're gonna take some time off or something, along those lines. But it sucks. That, and how far I've seen the manga is like actually pretty ridiculously far. So if that's the case, we might be in for quite a treat, because from what I can tell, what I saw that I got spoiled on, like with some pictures, it seemingly was Lich. The leader of the Third Eye was still like a relatively big thing in the manga when I saw it anyway. So, oh, that's what's going on. I'm getting blocked by the box. Got it. And when I saw that, it made me hopeful for when we saw Lich, that we were going to be like doing something huge, and which something did huge kind of happen, but at the same time it didn't seem nearly as big as it was as this person had titled his video. So that's all I was going to say on that. I wasn't going to go too far into anything else, but other than that, my anime people, we got quite a bit to look forward to. What do I do with this box? We got who's still kind of just a mystery to us at this point. We have no real like information on him, and just like how far his abilities have come. Other than that, I just want to know who's even looking forward to what comes next. If you guys are just anime only like me, because as of right now, they're taking their sweet time now. They're just chilling, letting things play out. and I'm fine with that. So um, I just expect that. Right now, we saw the girl who she looks really familiar. I think it's the girl, one of the captains that they're all talking about right now, and how like pretty she looks and stuff. People are like stunned by her, and it would make sense because she always kind of just like keeps her hair and everything not in such a girly fashion, I guess you can say, and as a royal anyway. So interested in how this whole festival is going to end, if there's something very significant, or if it's just going to be one of those arcs where after it's all said and done, we kind of just kiss this information goodbye or something like that. So let me know what you guys are feeling for Black Clover. Is it definitely still something you can't wait to see more of? Have you kind of given up on it? Are you excited about Asta? Oh my god, I'm getting tore up. Are you excited about Asta being in Jump Force? And yes, I will be using Jump Force as some like content in the background, and I will use like Asta and stuff like that. So are you guys excited about that? The reason why I didn't drop this video earlier is because it's, these are like fun episodes. So either some people will just see how they are and they won't even watch them. So I don't know how you guys were about it, but I did watch it through and I did enjoy it. What we did get to see with the Wizard King really just stealing the show this week. Having Yami and Captain Jack literally fighting all episode over some food that they couldn't even sell. It was kind of like an homage to the festival arc in Food Wars, actually, which I thought was really kind of cool if you think about it. But they were like, it was like the diss on Food Wars, like, oh yeah, we made these things. They went out and did all these crazy stuff to get these material, the things they use for their food, and yet no one's still like even trying it. So it was literally just it felt like a Food War like homage or like diss, however you, or like a parody of it, however you want to take it. But yeah, my anime people, I will talk to you in the next one. I gotta learn what the heck's going on in this game, and I've been waiting for this Kingdom Hearts, so it's so great to be able to play this finally. So I will talk to you guys in the next one. So I hope you have a great day, night, evening, whatever the case is, and I will talk to you in the next one. Alright, peace.